If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
On his desk, the Baltimore Colts. You have any Baltimore Colts? You have anything you want to say about the Baltimore Colts or about the team or about Indianapolis? Anything? Because I've never met you, and I've only known you as Coach Kush when I was a kid out on 33rd Street.
No, I really enjoyed the association. The people of Baltimore were fantastic. You had all the ethnic groups. In one section of Baltimore is Italian, Poles, etc.
Sure.
And I was really impressed with the people. And again, there's no question about it. It was really an adventure going, from college football to Canadian football and the Baltimore Colts, all of the media hype, etc., and everything else. But to me, I really enjoyed the fans, and I really now. I could get into ownership and I keep my mouth shut. No, but Jimmy Irsay, the son,
sure,
runs it now. In fact, when they played,
tell me about Jimmy. Sure.
Jimmy Irsay to me is the epitome of what he acquired, the pluses and minuses from his dad, and he was a young kid when I was coaching there, and I took him kind of under my wing. And no, Jimmy's done a commendable job. In fact, I would say that the reason the Colts are having the success now is because the people that Jimmy hired, Pulliam, who's their general manager, they have probably one of the finest organizations. And as I said, I had the experience of being exposed to different pro teams, but I think that Jimmy, he's a loyal person. He is dedicated to the game. He has a sense of responsibility, and again, I'm sure that he acquired a great deal of positive aspects in those years, not only while I was there, but being associated with it.
Can you learn from being taught the wrong way? Because maybe Jimmy was.
Yeah, but no. If you're taught the wrong way, he'd be a good example. I mean, he could see what his dad did some things that were inappropriate. Jimmy's got to make up his mind. Is that good for this team? No. And again, I think that's the key to it. You have to acquire that, because I'm sure he acquired a lot of his characteristics, positive care, from his mother, Harriet. She was a great person. And again, the old man was very brilliant. Believe me, he knew what he was doing. Very brilliant, very knowledgeable, but he thought he knew more about football than the coaches did. See.
Well, in Baltimore, your reputation was that you were on the side of going to Indianapolis. Did you know that in retrospect?
No.
People said that to me when I said I was here. Kush wanted him to go to Indianapolis. And I thought the coach had nothing to do with the team.
The coach had nothing to do with it. Let me tell you what. I'll give you a good price example exactly what happened. I was on a not recruiting trip here, back here in California and Arizona. And I got a call from Mike Chernoff, who was his
lawyer,
assistant.
sure.
Yeah, Mike Chernoff. He said, come on back to Baltimore, come on back to Baltimore. Because all of the media, etc., were saying, well, the Colts are going to leave, and we're in L.A. at the time, at league meetings. And want to know where we're going to. I had no concept. So I get back there. Mike Chernoff says, Mr. Irsay wants you to call him. So I called him up in Chicago, and he says, packed everything up, we're going. I said, where are we going? He said, I can't tell you. He said, we're going. He said, tell the coaches to get everything ready. They'll be.
Well, the rumor was you were coming here.
No,
right?
no.
But there was a point where.
No, Jacksonville.
Well, Phoenix was one of the places, for sure.
Jacksonville, Phoenix, and
Memphis and Indianapolis.
Memphis and Indianapolis. There were 4 places we were going. And the amazing thing about it, he said, get everything packed. And I said, where are we going? He stuttered. He said, don't worry, just get everything packed. So I called all the coaches together, and we started. And the trucks are going to be Flyer. That's why I named it the Mayflower Midnight Move. Trucks came from New Jersey, the Mayflower Trucking Company.
Where were you that night? You were in Baltimore? You were in the complex?
I was when that all happened, I was in meetings in L.A. with the league. And then I came home, and then he told me to fly back to Baltimore. So
you got in Baltimore, were the Mayflowers already gone, or no?
No. When I came there, the Mayflowers were going to be there that evening. I got back there, and I called the coaches together, and I says, evidently we're going to move.
Who was on your staff? Was Gunther Cunningham on your staff then?
No, I'm sorry. Rick Venturi.
Sure.
Al Hunter. Got Mike Westhoff, who's still with the Jets.
Okay.
And let's see.
Maxie Ballin part of what you did?
No. I got a mental block. Don't get over.
No, that's all right. I'm just asking because I'm trying to get your head into it. I'm sure you don't get asked about this all.
Zeke Britkowski.
Zeke Britkowski was a quarterback coach.
Sure. Right. But anyway, so we get back to. I fly into Baltimore, and one of the what I call the youngsters, and he had like be equivalent to a graduate assistant. He picks me up there. I said, "Where we go?" He said, "I don't know. I was just told to come and pick you up." And so anyway, we get back there. The night call all the coaches. We start gathering everything together, and so then I'd say about 4:35 p.m. Mayflower trucks will come in. Now, so we're loading it like the sleds and the things that we know. Where are we going? We have no idea. Jimmy Irsay comes.
You were packing and didn't know where you were going.
No, we didn't know where we were going. It's like we just were packing. And Jimmy Irsay, then Jimmy finally comes down and say that evening. And and I said, "Jim, what's up?" He didn't even know.
And he's a kid, right? He's 25 years old, right?
He's 25. He had no clue where we're going, etc. Everything else. And then, but the amazing thing about it, we thought we were going to any one of those other places. And we had nothing, we as coaches or even say managers had no idea whatsoever where we were going. Again, we could have gotten that truck and take Highway 8 or Highway 20 or Highway South. But anyway, so we load up the trucks, etc. Then Jimmy comes, picks me up, and we talk, etc. We fly to Indianapolis. And there's a little schoolhouse there where the trucks are going to get there probably about, I'd say, 28 hours or so, driving. Right. But that's what it all had. We had no clue where we're going till we literally landed. But the interesting thing to me about it, I really felt sorry for the mayor of Baltimore at the time. He was a great person. Mayor
Schaefer, still alive.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
Absolutely. They built a statue for him at the harbor.
Is that right? Well, anyway. I'll never forget Mr. Irsay, and I was standing here talking to him, and Mr. Irsay told him, he says, "We will not leave here. You will be one of the first to ever know." And I felt sorry for him because he had no clue that we were leaving.
Well, it's good to see you. And I would add, did you learn anything from Bob Irsay? I mean, was there any coaching or leadership from Bob?
Well, yeah.
Maybe learn what not to do.
He was a very intelligent person, very knowledgeable, and he was a compassionate person with charities, etc., and everything else. There were certain positive characteristics he had, but as far as football, they were on the back side of the mountain.
Thank you, Mr. Kush.
Okay, good.
Coach Kush, there he is. Thank you.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.